guys, welcome back. It's Jennifer with Scissorsandlove.com, and it is time for another Tuesday tip. Today I want to talk to you about scraps. We all have them. Anybody who works with cardstock or designer paper knows that you're going to end up with little bits and pieces of paper that you've used, and you don't really want to throw them away, but you can't really think of anything to do with them, right? So what I do is I keep all my really small scraps in just this plastic zip bag, and I keep this at my craft space. Now the other day I ran into an issue where I needed to make a card and I needed to do it quickly. So I went back to my scrap bag here and I pulled out some of these little 1-inch long, give or take, scraps. Now this is leftover DSP from the Bubbles and Fizz paper that I earned with Celebration. And then I had a couple of strips of matching Bermuda Bay, which is from the Brights collection. And I thought, okay, what the heck can I do with these? Well, let me show you. So here I have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 white card base. I also had a larger piece of Daffodil Delight, which is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. This was also a scrap. It was in my larger scraps with my standard cardstock. And then I have a scrap piece of Whisper White, which is cut to 3 3/4 by 5. Now I've grabbed a couple of ink pads. I have Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight. And I went ahead and pulled out stamps. Birthday Wit. And I've also pulled out my fruit basket stamp set, and I'm going to be using this little pear stem, and I'll be using this sentiment, happy birthday to you. Alright, so first I've already taken and applied some tear and tape to the back of my Daffodil Delight, which I'll go ahead and peel off now and stick down as my first mat. And now while I'm peeling this off, I just want to give you a heads up. There is going to be a special announcement in my Thursday video. You have to make sure you check that out. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you will be too. So I'm just going to take my mat. Let's make sure my card is open the right way. Yes. And I'm going to stick my mat just straight down. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to pull out my white base and a little bit more tear and tape. And what I'm going to do is use these little strips to make candles. So now I'm going to pull out my tear and tape and put some adhesive on the backs of these. Just going to pull this. So next what I'm going to do is just flip this over and trim these off. Okay, now we've got some candles. They are not candles without flames, right? So I'm going to pop my Daffodil Delight open. And I might as well go ahead and open my Bermuda Bay ink as well. And I'm going to take this tiny little stem here, and I'm going to use this to make some candle flames. Now you might want to use something bigger. This was just the first thing that came to my mind. And I may want to add something onto this to make it bigger. Because, you know, fire, flames, everything works out differently. Now we have candles and flame. Now I'm going to take my happy birthday to you sentiment, and I'm going to ink that up in Bermuda Bay to match my candles here. And I'm just going to put it right across the top. Excellent. And now if you'll notice, I have a couple of spots here, right here, which may or may not be noticeable, but they're noticeable to me. So I'm going to take my star shape and I'm going to stamp over that. Maybe I'll throw a few through here. There we go. Next, I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this, and then we will mount it onto our card and we'll be all done. Alrighty, let's grab our card panel that has our Daffodil Delight. There we go. And I think I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella just to sparkle these little flames up. A little bit of Wink of Stella to give some glitter to these flames. And you know what? I think I'm going to throw some just in the center of my little starbursts as well. And there you have it. A very quick and simple birthday card with a little bit of dimension. And it uses up some of the scraps that we've saved. Well guys, there you go. That was this week's Tuesday tip, how to use up some scraps. If you'd like to see more like today's tip, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to come back on Thursday for a special announcement. And hey, if you're not already working with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you'd love to get your hands on some of these products and colors, please click the Contact Me link down below. I'll get back to you. We'll talk about how to get a catalog into your hands. Thanks guys for coming. I'll see you next week. Have the best day ever. Bye.